Once upon a time, in a land filled with magnificent creatures, a grand prize was announced. This wasn't just any prize. It was a pair of elephant tusks, so colossal, so extraordinarily large, that it took 2 strong men just to carry a single one. Imagine the sight. These gleaming white treasures, a symbol of immense prestige, were to be awarded in a contest of endurance. The decree went out across the land. Come on, let all the animals run as fast as they can. The one who gets tired last will receive the ivory. The news spread like wildfire. From every corner of the savannah, the jungle, and the plains, animals gathered. The air buzzed with excitement and anticipation. There were swift cheetahs, their muscles coiled like springs. There were graceful gazelles, their legs built for speed. Mighty rhinos, powerful wildebeest, and even nimble monkeys joined the fray. The race began with a thunderous stampede, a blur of fur and muscle, each animal pushing its limits, dreaming of the glorious ivory. They ran with all their might, dust kicking up in clouds behind them. The sun beat down, and the miles stretched on. One by one, the animals began to falter. The cheetahs, though incredibly fast, couldn't maintain their sprint. The gazelles, exhausted, slowed to a trot and then stopped, panting heavily. The rhinos, for all their power, found their stamina waning. The great race of endurance was taking its toll, and the field of competitors began to thin out. Soon, only one figure remained, still running with a powerful, steady gait. It was the lion. The king of the beasts, his magnificent mane flowing in the wind, let out a triumphant roar that echoed across the plains. He looked around and saw no one else. He had outlasted them all. A proud smile spread across his face. "The prize is mine," he declared, his voice booming with confidence. He pictured the enormous tusks, a testament to his strength and endurance. Victory was so close he could almost taste it. He slowed his pace, ready to claim his reward. But just as he was about to celebrate his inevitable win, a small, quiet voice piped up from nearby. "Not yet." The lion stopped and looked around, puzzled. Who would dare challenge him now? He saw nothing at first. Then he looked down. There, standing with a surprising amount of dignity, was the tortoise. The tortoise, slow and steady, looked up at the mighty lion and repeated, "Not yet. We will race each other so that I may receive the ivory." The lion stared in disbelief for a moment, then burst into roaring laughter. The sound shook the very ground. "Us? Race?" he scoffed, wiping a tear of mirth from his eye. "How could you possibly race me? You, with your slow pace and heavy shell." It was the most absurd thing he had ever heard. A race between the fastest, strongest animal and the slowest? It was a joke. He was still chuckling as he looked down at the determined little creature. The tortoise, however, was not laughing. He remained calm and composed, his old, wise eyes fixed on the lion. He didn't flinch at the lion's mockery. Instead, he simply replied with a quiet confidence that was almost unsettling. "You'll see." There was no arrogance in his tone, just a simple statement of fact. This wasn't a boast, it was a promise. The lion's laughter died down, replaced by a flicker of curiosity. What could this slow-moving reptile possibly be planning? Amused and a little intrigued, the lion agreed. "Fine," he said with a grin. "Let's see what you've got." And so, the final leg of the race began. The lion, still feeling supremely confident, started off at a powerful, ground-eating pace. He was going to end this quickly and put the presumptuous tortoise in his place. But something strange happened. As the lion took his first few powerful strides, the clever tortoise did something completely unexpected. With a surprising bit of agility, he scrambled up the lion's tail and onto his broad, muscular back, settling in comfortably between his shoulder blades. The lion, so focused on the finish line and his own speed, didn't feel a thing. The lion ran and ran and ran. The landscape blurred past him. He was a golden streak against the savannah, sure of his victory. He felt a surge of pride. He was proving once again why he was the king. But after some time, the relentless pace began to wear him down. His muscles started to ache, and his lungs burned. He slowed, thinking he would just take a short break to catch his breath. After all, the tortoise was nowhere in sight. Just as he was about to lie down in the shade of an acacia tree, that same quiet voice spoke, seemingly from the air itself. "Don't rest, or I'll get the ivory." The lion froze. He looked left, he looked right. He saw nothing. Confused and a little spooked, he shook his head. Was he hearing things? The voice had sounded so close. Believing his fatigue was playing tricks on him, and spurred on by the mysterious warning, the lion pushed himself to his feet and began to run again. He ran on, summoning his last reserves of strength. He ran and ran and ran, his body screaming in protest. The finish line, marked by the magnificent ivory tusks, was now in sight. He could see them gleaming in the distance. This was it. The final push. He focused all his remaining energy on reaching them. His legs felt like lead, his heart hammered against his ribs, but he kept going, driven by the desire for the prize. Finally, with a last, desperate lunge, he reached the tusks. He had made it. Completely and utterly exhausted, he collapsed to the ground, his body trembling with fatigue. He lay there for a moment, gasping for air, the world spinning around him. He had won. After a few moments, he managed to lift his heavy head. He slowly turned, a weary but triumphant smile on his face, and called out, "Tortoise, where are you?" He expected to see the small creature miles and miles behind, but the reply came from a place he never expected. From right behind him, a calm voice answered, "We've been here a long time." The lion's eyes went wide. He twisted his body around, and to his utter astonishment, saw the tortoise calmly sliding off his back and onto the ground beside the ivory. The tortoise had been there the whole time, riding along, conserving all his energy while the lion did all the work. The lion stared, his mind struggling to process what had just happened. He had been outsmarted, outwitted by the slowest animal in the kingdom. All his strength, all his speed, had been used against him. He saw himself defeated, not by a stronger or faster opponent, but by a cleverer one. A slow wave of understanding, and then respect, washed over him. With a humble nod, the lion acknowledged his loss and gave the tortoise the entire reward. The tortoise, through wit and wisdom, had won the magnificent ivory. What a fantastic story about how cleverness can be more powerful than brute strength. It just goes to show that you should never underestimate anyone. If you enjoyed this tale, please show your support. It really helps the channel grow. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and drop a comment below to let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching.